Hello and welcome to a new Starfield episode here on the Mole RP channel. My name is ChaosMole, and today I want to talk about the one thing which really irks me with Starfield. Now, before we jump into the topic, I want to make something very clear here. This is not a video to bash Starfield. This is not a video like you see in a lot of clickbait videos, worst game ever, shittiest game ever, why did Bethesda do this? That's not really what I'm doing here. I love Starfield. I have over 60 hours in the game just after a week when the game released. I'm planning to do more videos and I love the game. I'm putting so many hours into this game, even with that one major issue we will talk about here in a minute. But I just wanted to really make it clear that I'm not hating this game. Not even the slightest. I love it and I hate to do any clickbait videos or something like that. But we really have to talk about one of the major critic points I have with this game right now. And I'm normally somebody who is really good in taking a video game apart, and I can tell you which bits I like and which bits I don't like. And it takes me sometimes minutes, trailers, or maybe a few hours of gameplay before I can tell you, okay, this is great, this is not so great. With Starfield, I've been sitting here for the last 60 hours and I have been thinking about what is wrong with this game. What is this thing which drives me absolutely up the wall? And there was something there, but I could never pinpoint it. But it was there the whole time, so I was thinking more about it and realized maybe it's not in my view all the time. This is why I enjoy the game so often, because I don't see it that often, right? And then I finally realized it, because I was using the feature more and more and more for something I was doing, and it turns out it's the interface. It's the whole UI interface interaction you have as a player. It is tremendously bad. And let me give you a few examples. And let me also give you a few examples how easy Bethesda could actually fix this and make it a better experience. So first things first, well, the first thing you probably think about when you think about the interface in Starfield is the inventory. The inventory is absolutely useless. It is such a bad inventory to tell you what the hell is actually going on, where the items are, and it doesn't feel great. And, well, the solution for this, at least right now, I'm using a mod for this. If you are looking at this and go, wait a minute, that's not the standard interface Starfield has. No, it isn't. It's a mod. And this mod was available 2 days after the early access release. And apparently the modder said he just switched out some INI files and then that was the result. It's wait, when this was the result, why didn't Bethesda do this? Because it's still not perfect, right? But this gives you so many information about what the hell is going on. You can easily just find all the items. And before you say, well, Mo, this is made for consoles, right? The first interface you see is made for consoles. Yeah, well, I'm using it with a controller right now. This is me using my controller. And as you can see, I can still navigate it as easy as before. So my question is, why hasn't been also done this for consoles in mind, right? So the consoles are not really a good point to make if you want to make a point on why the interface has to be as shitty at the beginning as it is. And it is really unfortunate. One of the things I really do not understand is they put the digipics under miscellaneous, right? And I saw so many people selling those at the beginning because they didn't really know exactly what they were doing, and it was basically in the in the garbage area of the game, and they were just selling them, or they didn't notice that they sold them because this one, they're in between just some items you can sell and then they're gone. I saw so many content creators and people just complaining about it. And it's this, what the hell? Why did you put that in here? Yes, sure, I understand that you maybe didn't really find the right slot for it. You didn't want to put it under 8 because then you would have probably had the same issue. But why not put it under ammunition? I know it's not the same, it's not the right category. I know, but nobody's going under ammunition to sell something. You will never ever make the mistake to sell them in here. And at that point, I would argue that digipix shouldn't be under miscellaneous and under 8 if you really want to bring forward the category as a reason why they put it there, because it is an aid item in the end. It aids you to open something. But again, the whole inventory is a mess, and I'm glad that I can use a mod here because, wow. But let's talk about some areas where there isn't a mod for and which are also pretty bad. One of them I realized when I was doing bounty hunter missions, right? So I have a ship which is really, really good in doing bounty hunter missions. It's like, has a lot of weapons, a lot of shields, a lot of whole life, and it's really movable. There's a downside to it. It cannot jump far. Like, I can only jump 1 or 2 systems at best. That's the downside, and I'm completely okay with it. But the map interface, oh my god. Like, it's just, it feels so bad. If you really, let's say we are doing a jump, right? So I have to go down. That's the first tab. I'm going out. Next tab to go into this overview. Then I have to find the place I want to go. I want to go here. Well, I have to do 5 jumps. And this is, by the way, the ship which can fly a little bit further, right? So with the other ship, I probably have to do like 7 jumps or something. And then you have to click on the next system, right? And you have to go there. When you are arriving there, you are opening up the map again, and you will be again in this view. So you have to zoom out again. 1, 2, okay, looking for the next system nearby, click on it, fly again. And you do that 6, 7 times, one after another. It drives you crazy. I'm actually kind of surprised that you cannot just like hammer in a route and say, okay, I want to arrive there, please jump from system to system to get me there. And the game is like, nope, you have to do every single jump yourself. And it's, I don't understand that. But the whole map interface, like that you have to zoom out multiple times. Sometimes you have to like zoom into a city. That also takes a while. Like it doesn't feel smooth. It doesn't feel good. And the last thing I want to talk about today, which is also absolutely horrid and really drove me crazy, was switching out ships. As I mentioned before, I had a bounty hunter ship, but I also had a ship for transportation. So I was swapping between the ships. And if you have never done that, let me explain to you how this works, and then you will probably realize very quickly why this whole thing of swapping your ship is far more complicated than it should be. So, we are now in Aquila City. This is one of the main cities you will land in. And if it isn't Atlantis City, then normally the dude stands when you are landing in Atlantis City, where you can swap out your ships, is standing right here. And you don't really have to go far. But if you're landing, let's say, in Aquila City or some other cities as well, Aquila City is not the only one, there is no dude you can talk to. If you're wondering, wait, like, he doesn't exist? Oh, no. He does exist, but not where he usually would be. Because they have put the dude, let me go there, over here. And if you don't know that, you are looking for them first. And that takes a bit. So you have to run in here. He is sitting in his chair. By the way, he is not always reacting when he is sitting in his chair. It's not great, especially if you're coming from the side. You sometimes have some aim issues. So, let me see if I can get... You see that? I cannot talk to him right now. And you're like, dude, I want to swap my ship. Let me talk to you, please.
Hey, what can I do for you?
And you are just like, you cannot talk to him. So what you have to do is you basically have to break the eye contact. You have to run out. Sometimes he then stands up. And then you can talk to him. This is already so annoying, and it can happen literally with every of those NPCs. Then you have to tell him, I want to modify ships.
How about it?
You have to wait a second. And then you can finally switch between your home ship, right? You can make it your home ship, and then you are done. And then you can close this down, and then you can go to your ship and fly off. And this is so needlessly complicated, because here's my question. Why not making it super easy? You go into your character screen, You click on your ship, and look at that. You can see your ships here, right? But I cannot make it my home ship here, which is crazy because you can repair your ships from here. There will be normally a button which tells you repair, but you cannot make it your home ship from this menu. Why do I have to go to an NPC to make it my home ship? I understand that you have to be in a city. I'm not complaining about that. Like, swapping out ships in the middle of nowhere, okay, that's a bit questionable, right? But when I'm already in the city and I can go into this screen to actually repair my ship, also, please give me the option to change my home ship, right? So it's just the interface for Starfield is rubbish. I'm sorry. I know Bethesda has been known for these issues for decades now. I've been playing Bethesda games since Morrowind. I've been there. But why not improve on that? And saying, well, Mo, you already found a solution, right? Just get mods. You know, I always find it a little bit questionable when the solution of a screw-up of a developer for a thing people have been complaining about for decades is, well, the mods will fix it. I say, come on, Bethesda. You have the resources and probably also the talent to actually fix it your own. And lots of people have always told you, make the interface more snappy. Make the menus more snappy. And this is one of the big issues I have with this game. Everything else I love about this game. But the moment I have to interact with the interface / like inventory / menus of Starfield, a lot of the game fun is just going out of the window. And it's really unfortunate because, again, I love this game, but this is like my biggest moment I have about this game. And yes, I will probably fix all of this with mods later down the road. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Starfield videos, we're also doing some other RP games here on the channel. Please don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We're also doing a weekly podcast about Starfield. And yeah, with that said, make sure to check out also my other channels I have here on YouTube. And I hope I see you next time. Stay safe and enjoy Starfield like I do if you don't have to go into the menus. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.